Hey, it's Melissa Moore from Cozy 101.1, and I'm excited because we're launching a new podcast with our friends Jason Hopcus and Nami about basically bridging that gap of mental health conversations between parents and caretakers and teens and kids. And this is a conversation that needs to happen. Explain who NAMI is in your work there.
So I am the president and CEO of the National Alliance on Mental Illness for Arapahoe and Douglas counties. Structurally, NAMI is a national organization that is basically an organization that was designed to provide support, outreach, and education for mental health. It's been around since the late 70s, started by parents sitting around a kitchen table supporting their loved ones who were impacted by mental illness. And in Arapahoe and Douglas counties and NAMI, Colorado specifically, what our focus is really looking at prevention and recognizing that before we end in later stages where people may have more chronic or persistent mental health challenges, how do we preemptively meet people where they are and give them tools and resources that can better support them, which is why we're so focused on youth and families. What we've recognized from our research and survey data is kids are struggling alarmingly with mental health much earlier. We're having earlier rates of psychosis and greater onsets of mental health conditions earlier, and really recognizing that if we can start sooner to give parents and supporters of youth some different tools to have more inspired conversations around the hard stuff, and then also give teens an invitation to understand that there are resources available. There is a path for help and support. That's really the essence of what we're hoping to create here with Nobody's Perfect.
Right, and I love the title of it. Why the title?
I think what we've learned in my own experience from doing conversations with hundreds of people at this point is there is this thread of I have to be perfect that runs through all of us, and I don't think it's just a youth problem. I even think about us sitting down to record this today. We want it to be perfect.
Right.
And frankly, I think that is an imperfect perspective to think that we need to even be perfect. I mean, what is perfect? Our tagline for this initiative is, obviously nobody's perfect. Perfection isn't real. Your story is. And so I hope that through storytelling, we can really start to normalize some of these conversations that we've been afraid to have.
Yeah. And I love the resources you're bringing to the table on this one. So once again, Nobody's Perfect. There are going to be new episodes every other week, and you're going to find it by going to KOSI101.com/imperfect. Jason's going to be your host, and you definitely want to be tuning in.